When I tell the kids the story of Jonah and the whale, they always want to know the details. Like, how big was the whale? And what kind of whale was it? And did it really swallow a man whole? And more than anything else they want to know, was it true? Was it really true? Did Jonah spend 3 days and 3 nights inside a whale? And I sidestep their question, and I tell them what I do know to be true, that sometimes those who appear to be trapped are actually the ones who are free. And those who appear to have all the freedom in the world are trapped in ways that no one can see.
Is there anyone out there who can help me? I need help.
Really?
Help me. Is there no one who can help me?
Seriously?
We aren't told why Jonah was so contrary-minded, only that he didn't want to be bothered with the task that God had set before him. So he did what you or I might have done if given a holy nudge or divine prompt that didn't particularly appeal to us. He took off in the other direction. He ran away. He hid from God. Or so he thought. To their credit, the sailors did what they could to take the ship back to port, but the wind kept blowing them out to sea. Whichever way they turned, the wind blew them the opposite direction, and Jonah knew it was his doing and that they would all perish. So it was him who gave the orders. "Throw me," he said, "into the sea."
I'm alive. And I'm in the belly of a whale. stupid. Silly. No one's ever gonna believe me. Just stupid. It's so cold. So cold. I'm so cold.
People say that Jonah was inside the whale for 3 days and 3 nights. But when you're in a place of complete undoing, who's counting? For Jonah must have seemed like one long night that had no end. And yet, the whale was moving. Unbeknownst to him, Jonah was on a journey, being taken to a place that he needed to go. So that at the moment of his deepest despair, when he was sure that there was no way out, that's when the way out came to him. seems the perfect place to end our story. It's tempting to leave out the next part. It's tempting to leave out the part about Jonah resenting the kindness that God sent to this Ninevite. And so our story takes a twist. And the one who is trapped, the Ninevite, and the whole nation of Ninevites with him are now free. But the one who was free is now trapped all over again.
You're it. Jonah, come play with us. Leave me alone. Come play, Jonah. Go away.
So this is where our story ends, with Jonah retreating back inside the walls of his own making. Though it's not the ending we prefer or choose, it's an honest ending. And these ancient stories are honest stories. And it gives us permission to name and acknowledge our own tendency to pull back, to retreat, to distrust the freedom that God is continually inviting us into. So we'd like you to step into the story now, all of you, by responding to what the kids have offered, by coming forward as you're able with the small prayer, the small offering that you wrote up on that piece of paper, your own insecurity, your own bias, your own suffering. And the kids will be here to receive it from you, to take it from you as an act of allowing you to step more fully into the freedom of God. And then there'll be a child on either side, or a youth, who will offer you a blessing, one to the left and one to the right. So we invite you to come forward. If you're not able to come forward and can raise your hands for a blessing at the end, children will come around and bless you where you are. Sit down right there, okay? Stand right there.
Trust the freedom that God is calling you into today.
I wonder if my life could really change.